Hi, boys and girls. Today in reading, we are going to be comparing two different stories. So we're going to be analyzing the stories, and we're kind of experts at that already because we did that. Well, we did nonfiction last week and we did fiction the week before. So we're kind of analyzing, but we're analyzing it and comparing two texts by the same author at the same time. So we're doing a lot. So we have done text-to-text connections before. So today we're going to be doing a text-to-text connection by two books by the same author. So these books are both by Leo Lionni. This one's called Cornelius and this one's called It's Mine. So we're going to listen to both of these stories, and then I'm going to show you how I think critically about both of these stories and analyze them and notice things that the author, Leo Lionni, does in both books, because then that becomes something that he just tends to do, right? It's like an author trait, something he always does when he writes. So after you listen to me do this, then you're going to have two books by the same author that you're going to listen to, and then you're going to tell me about some things that you notice that the author does. So this is tricky because we're not comparing the text exactly. Like, I don't want you to tell me, like, they both have animals in them. They both have, I mean, that's kind of what we're doing, but I really want you to think about it like how the author builds it. So kind of watch me read these two books. So I'm going to start with this one called It's Mine. And it says on the front right away that it's a fable by Leo Lionni. And a fable is a type of traditional text, kind of like a folk tale. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be kind of hard because I'm not used to filming right here. It says, in the middle of Rainbow Pond, there was a small island. Smooth pebbles lined its beaches, and it was covered with ferns and leafy weeds. Let's see if I can come over here. This is how I'm more used to doing it. Okay, there we go. On the island lived three quarrelsome frogs named Milton, Rupert, and Lydia. They quarreled and quibbed from dawn to dusk. So see, they're arguing. That's what that means. "Stay out of my pond," yelled Milton. "The water is mine." "Get off the island," shouted Rupert. "The earth is mine." "The air is mine," screamed Lydia as she leaped to catch a butterfly. And so it went. One day, a large toad appeared before them. "I live on the other side of the island," he said, "but I can hear you shouting, 'It's mine, it's mine, it's mine,' all day long. There is no peace because of your endless bickering. You can't go on like this." And with that, the toad slowly turned around and hopped away through the weeds. No sooner had he left than Milton ran off with a large worm. The others hopped after him. "Worms are for everybody," they cried, but Milton croaked defiantly. "Not this one. It's mine." Still not sharing, are they? Suddenly, the sky darkened and a rumble of distant thunder circled the island. Rain filled the air and the water turned to mud. The island grew smaller and smaller as it was swallowed up by the rising flood. The frogs were scared. Desperately, they clung to the few slippery stones that rose above the wild, dark water. But soon, these too began to disappear. There was only one rock left, and there the frogs huddled, trembling from cold and fright. But they felt better now that they were together, sharing the same fears and hopes. Little by little, the flood subsided. The rain fell gently and then stopped altogether. But look, the large rock that had saved them was no rock at all. "You saved us," shouted the frogs when they recognized the toad. The next morning, the water had cleared. Sun rays chased after silver minnows on the sandy bottom of the pond. Joyfully, the frogs jumped in, and side by side, they swam all around the island. Together, they leaped after the swarms of butterflies that filled the air. And later, when they rested in the weeds, they felt happy in a way they had never been before. "Isn't it peaceful?" said Milton. "And isn't it beautiful?" said Rupert. "And do you know what else?" said Lydia. "No, what?" the others asked. "It's ours," she said. Okay, sorry about Doug barking. Right away, some things I notice. The author definitely uses dialogue in his story. The animals are acting like people. The illustrations are done in a very interesting way. Sometimes it tells you in the book how they do the pictures. This looks kind of like cut out paper. Let's see. No, I don't think it's going to tell me. Nope, it's not. But they're definitely interesting types. It looks like cutout paper to me. Kind of like a Eric Carle book, very similarly. So you're going to listen to me read another book on a separate video.